Good evening, friends, and welcome to a very interesting session. In today's session, we'll be talking about a new plan which Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi seems to put in motion to unsettle the Modi and the BJP government in particular. And also, we'll be talking about many other interesting news bits of SRK's bodyguards interview as well, and much more. So coming to the first, story, and this is quite funny that it is raining all over Bengaluru after a very, very hot, weather yesterday night. And this is what the Deputy CM of Karnataka is bothered about. It is DK Shiv Kumar, and he is half submerged in water. And this is quite a very funny AI picture. And he is worried about the CM chair, and so rightfully so that this particular meme that he has been waiting for the chief minister chair for so many years, and Siddaramaiah is not giving it to him. Welcome Vidya, welcome Leena, welcome each and everyone. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit the like and hype button. And this story is, the media is not speaking about it, and it's a very, very important story and angle which we'll be explaining right now. Now, Rahul Gandhi, just recently he went to the Nicobar Island, and now he has become a very big environmentalist. He worries about nature, and now he went to the Nicobar Island and he targeted, the most ambitious 81,000 crore rupees strategic infrastructure project in Great Nicobar, calling it one of the biggest scams and gravest crimes against India and the tribal heritage in India's lifetime. So, Rahul Gandhi said that the government calls what it is doing here a project. What I have seen is not a project, it's millions of trees marked for the axe, which means they're going to cut millions of trees. It is 160 square kilometers of rainforest condemned to die. It is communities that have been ignored while their houses have been snatched away. And also, he said all these trees will be older than memory. And at the heart of the controversy is the clearance granted by the National Green Tribunal to the mega infrastructure project, which the Congress has earlier described as half baked and ill conceived. So now, one has to wonder, why is Rahul Gandhi so worried about Nicobar Island? Why is he, worried about the people of Nicobar Island? Why is he worried about deforestation in a massive scale? So if you put, all these things together, what is the underlying objective of the Congress party, especially Sonia and Rahul Gandhi? Now, apparently, India knows that the Andaman and Nicobar Island is a very strategic base, because they plan to build a transshipment and logistics hub at the southernmost tip of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So now the island, which stares at the Strait of Malacca across a 900-kilometer stretch of sea, is very geopolitically, it's a very important thing, because with both India and China viewing it through a strategic lens to counter China, especially Beijing's string of pearls strategy in the Indian Ocean. So this is a very important geopolitical move, because India wants to build a transshipment hub to counter China's dominance in the sea. And this is, what is the underlying objective? Also, there is very importantly, this place, the India is also looking for oil exploration. India is actively searching for oil in the 4 lakh square kilometer area surrounding the islands. And also they require, that is why they are putting a strong naval presence to safeguard potential energy resources, because India imports most of the oil, and discovering oil domestically means better energy security and less dependence on other countries for India's energy needs. So Andaman's basin is largely unexplored, opening it up could lead to big new reserves. And this is also, very big, important reason why India is building a strategic naval base at Great Nicobar Island, because this is to counter the tactical advantage against China, and also the critical maritime choke point for Chinese trade. Now, friends, if you remember the Gandhis, right? If you remember, I'm just showing you this picture. This was during Manmohan Singh time, and you can see Rahul and Sonia Gandhi meeting Xi Jinping, and they signed an MOU. So this is a secret MOU which was signed by Rahul and Sonia Gandhi in 2008 in Beijing. And it was a party to party agreement, not an official agreement between India and China as countries, right? And it was aimed to increase exchanges between the two parties of meetings, dialogue, and cooperation. But my question is, why is it very secretive? And also, important is that it is focused on political interaction and in understanding. What was the understanding between in this MOU, right? And the full detail of the MOU up till now has not been publicly released. And so we know that, with China, smiling, the Chinese president smiling, one can understand that it's not good news for India economically. So whatever, Rahul Gandhi protest, right, it has to be good for India. Just take it like that. Because why would he protest? Why would he show interest in Nicobar Islands when so many elections are taking place, that the elections have gotten over? He was concentrating only in the Kerala election. He was not concentrating on other elections, including Tamil Nadu. What's the reason? Because now his focus is on Nicobar Island, which is a very, very important, geopolitical importance of for India's energy needs, and also the trade, hub. If when India constructs that hub, so this is why, that the Gandhis are somehow trying to their best to stop this from happening. And also, Rahul Gandhi criticized Gautam Adani again just recently, because Adani is responsible for building all the infrastructures of, including the shipping hub, the port, the airport. So he knows Adani is responsible for building all this infra, and he'll also be responsible for building infra in Nicobar Island. So this is how the Gandhis are targeting the not only Modi and BJP, but mainly India's development and progress going forward. Yes.
Also, see, by blocking these projects, actually it hampers India's goal of becoming a global manufacturing and maritime hub. See, if they are worried about the the government is actually maintaining that the project is a geostrategic necessity to counter regional threats. Making opposition to it is a potential risk to the national security. They bother about our country. And also the fact that, see, if you're looking at Congress, their past developmental projects under the Congress-led governments is has shown that the current environmental concerns are a political tool rather than a deeply held conviction. It seems as though Rahul is more bothered about China than about India. So I would term this definitely as weaponized environmentalism, and nothing else. That is acting as a roadblock to the our national growth and security. So that's all what I consider this to be. So Jaydev, you may also take some very interesting comments that are coming.
Yeah, the family wants to, destroy India, says Lena. Every NGO that protests, they should be banned from India, cancel their license. Then senior retired army officials had once said the Karakoram range, that the airbase was compromised for China. Yes. So Rahul is reacting as per the Congress CCP MOU, says Vidya. Welcome, Vidya, and nice to see you as always. Who is he chasing? Which ghost this time? MOU was signed to compromise India's national interest, and his family got funds for Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. The central government is not very serious about Rahul Gandhi. Yeah, because Dina, everyone knows that Rahul Gandhi is one of the strengths of BJP indirectly, because every election he stands for almost 99%. He loses the election in all the states, so except for a few like Kerala. So Rahul has a bungalow in Himachal Pradesh without taking permission from the government, says Jay Nair. I don't understand why you people are very serious about Rahul, says
No,
Jay.
Jaya, why we speak about this is because they are indirectly hampering the growth of our country. Because everything that Modi ji is doing is, weighed and measured before they make decisions. It's not like, it's a child's play. So it's very important to understand that opposition like this is only detrimental to the growth of India.
Yeah, it's a very big national security threat also. So this is, one of the news which we wanted to break it in Candid Meena, and not many mainstream news channels are talking about this particular angle and story. Coming to this next story, if you would like to talk about Karishma Kapoor's latest case.
Absolutely. So moving on to, let's move on to the, yeah. So the key points from this case is that the Delhi High Court has ordered a freeze on late businessman Sanjay Kapoor's bank accounts and assets, including foreign accounts and cryptocurrency holdings. This is a temporary order to ensure that his estate is not tampered with, sold, or transferred while the legal case is ongoing. The decision comes as part of a family dispute over his wealth between his children with actress Karishma, his widow Priya Kapoor. The court wants to preserve the estate until the trial is completed. Since resolving the dispute may take time, this ruling is seen as a major relief for the children, as it protects their potential share and prevents any unilateral control over assets. So the court has basically said that no one can touch or move Sanjay Kapoor's money and assets for now until it decides who legally owns what. Sanjay Kapoor is extremely wealthy, heading a major auto components company. His total estate is estimated to be worth thousands of crores, 30,000 plus crore range in some reports. His assets include company shares, real estate, India plus abroad, bank accounts, investment possibly including crypto. The massive wealth is what the dispute is really about. Now, what triggered this dispute? After Sanjay's death, control of his estate became unclear. His widow, Priya Kapoor, was in a position to manage or influence the assets, and Karishma Kapoor's children feared that assets may be transferred, sold, or restructured. Their inheritance rights could be reduced or lost. So they approached the court for protection. Of course, we're not talking literally about Karishma Kapoor's children doing it. It will be Karishma Kapoor who is being advised and perhaps on her own also doing it. Now, so this is something. One thing is clear. We always talk about people who have excess money and people who do not have money at all. Either way, it's a problem. If you're too rich, problems like this arise where you leave a very bitter aftertaste after your death. And you don't even know who are the people who really loved you, genuinely loved you, and the people who loved your wealth. And if you're poor, of course, you don't have money. So again, you are upset. So this is something very, very, sometimes looking at these people's faces, like Karishma and all, I just wonder how greedy can people be, because she cut all associations with him and lived separately with Kareena Kapoor and Saif. And now she is worried about the wealth. In fact, in some courts, lawyers are saying if the woman is financially independent, she should not be asking for alimony. Okay, so in divorce cases, here they are worried about everything, including the business which was started by Sanjay Kapoor's parents. So look at the amount of greed here and there. Yeah, back to you, Jim.
Yeah, and what alarms me about this particular case of Sanjay Kapoor is that no one is bothered about the way he died. He died very, very suspiciously. He swallowed a honeybee, and because it
Are
blocked
you sure it
the
was a honeybee
airway.
or a normal bee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so whatever it is, he was playing a polo match and he swallowed a honeybee, and he got suffocated and he passed away like that. But it's very, very suspicious, case. No investigation was done properly in the UK, and no one is asking about that particular question about his death. And also, don't forget the fact that Sanjay Kapoor's mother, Rani Kapoor, alleged that the signatures on the family trust deed and other documents are forged. So there are so many forgery allegations also, by his mother. So this is raises very, very serious questions, and unfortunately, this happened in the UK. And now being in India, I really don't know how, whether uh, this lady Karishma Kapoor will get hold of any of his assets. So
So I
we will
think
have to
you
wait
should
and
take
see.
some of the comments. They are so interesting, Jaydev. So please take
Yeah.
the comments as well. Very, very interesting.
Environment problem of Andamans is yeah. Moreover, she's second wife, not the present wife. Yes. Extremely surprising. Sanjay Kapoor did not make airtight. What a foolish thing to do. Okay. Yes. So anyone in Bollywood is rather, suspicious. Let's put it like that.
So Jaya says in Himachal Pradesh, bungalow is in the name of Priyanka Gandhi during this UPA rule without taking the environment certificate. They have constructed now this, is talking about. So yes, yeah, back to you, Jim.
Yeah. So coming to the next piece of news, and now there was a very interesting podcast with Shah Rukh Khan's bodyguard, so or ex-bodyguard. So his name is Yasin Khan. So there was a very interesting podcast, and the interviewer asked, very important questions with regards to how bodyguards, they work for celebrities like, SRK. So now apparently Yasin Khan pushed back the rumors that all these bodyguards make 2 to 2.5 crore rupees annually, and they call the figures overstated. Social media spreads the wrong message. It's not like people are earning so much of money. And he said it in the interview. Also, he said that buzz around the celebrities, earning crores every year have been making headlines, but Yasin Khan said that the amount is not very much. And Yasin revealed that he took the initiative to change the system after discussing with Gauri Khan. He began approaching producers for fair compensation. I told producers that just like others have contracts, we should also be paid. There was no official rule, but because of mutual understanding and close relationships, they agreed. Slowly, it became a trend across the industry. People said that if SRK's bodyguard is getting paid, we should too. Now, most bodyguards working with celebrities get paid this way. So, a lot of questions, come to the picture that are all these people who work behind the scenes with all these celebrities, are they given fair compensation? Is the question. Is the bodyguard given fair compensation? Are the makeup crew and all those artists, are they paid on time? Are they paid well? Are the light boys also paid well? So these are some of the
So
questions which yeah.
yeah. So some of the things you see, these celebrity bodyguards, the ranges from 150,000 to 500,000 annually, dollars we're talking about for A-list protection, and it is less about muscle and more about high stake combination of expertise, liability, and lifestyle sacrifice. So I don't know, see how threatened these people are, but still they walk with a entourage of so many people in black, wearing black, and most of these bodyguards are not just big guys. They're often recruited from, special operations forces. and former Secret Service forces, specialized police units, and they're trained in things like evasive driving, emergency medicines, counter surveillance, and cyber security to prevent digital stalking. And if you're talking about how available they are, they're often on call every single day, living in the celebrity's guest house or traveling in the next hotel room is how they function. They move across time zones constantly, and the job makes maintaining a normal family life nearly impossible. So the salary acts as a hardship pay for the isolation and erratic schedule. Also, if a superstar is injured, the financial loss to studios and insurers is catastrophic. Bodyguards are essentially human insurance policies. So they face legitimate threats from obsessed stalkers, organized kidnapping plots, or aggressive crowds. They are paid to be the ones moving towards the danger. And in the world of high profile celebrities, silence is also very expensive. Bodyguards see the celebrity life, as most vulnerable during family arguments, health crises, or private celebrations. A significant portion of their pay is premium for keeping silent, ensuring they never leak stories to the press because they are at very close proximity with the star. And they must be able to blend into high society gala one moment and handle a rowdy crowd, at a stadium the next moment. So these are perhaps reasons why they get very, very high salaries. And ultimately, superstars aren't just paying for the guard, they're paying for peace of mind, allowing them to live a public life without the constant fear of the unpredictable. Now, one thing I found very interesting, Jaydev, see, I don't know whether it was in your podcast yesterday or what I was listening today. So it was about Salman Khan's father, Salim Khan, who was saying that, someone asked the question, why does he look tense, all the time? So, he said that he has a lot of anger within him. So we're talking about Salman Khan bottling a lot of anger. And so he asked him what is the reason why he is bottling so much anger. And they said that it is because he just cannot tolerate atrocities towards women or any other sort of thing. So he doesn't like women to be teased. So immediately he will act and he will bash them up. Or if he sees any sort of atrocities against humankind, okay, then his anger will come to the front and he will act. Now I'm just wondering, in which case, the pedestrians who died, did his anger go up at that time when he was behind the wheel? And allegedly the wheel was taken by the driver. Okay, what happened in the Sushant Singh Rajput case? Was there no mercy for Sushant Singh Rajput, who was manhandled by him at a party? Okay, so these are things the father should be very serious about speaking to journalists, because he can appear as absolutely stupid, when he answers in this manner. Yeah, back to you, Jim.
Yeah, so this is how these Khans are trying desperate to catch some attention in the media because they don't have films for a very long time, and they are calculating. They have SRK has a new film called something like The King or something, which is going to release soon, and Salman Khan also has a film. So, but they are scared of the fact that Durandar has set such high standards and are huge blockbusters that people won't watch their films. So that is why.
So you think the fear is because their movies may not have an audience? You mean?
Yes, or they will buy all these artificial fan clubs to buy the shows and then show these figures as blockbuster, like
Yeah.
how Patan was. Yeah.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I'm also very happy that in West Bengal, the winds are changing, and Chanakya's poll says that BJP will sweep West Bengal, which is very good. If West Bengal has to come out of the clutches of a woman who has acted as Hitler, and all the cases that, people who have suffered so much under this Hitler woman will change. And West Bengal will start shining because, as you know, West Bengal and Kerala were the cradle of culture in India. And we had the best historians, writers, actors, coming from West Bengal. I hope we return to that phase where West Bengal starts shining. And all our best wishes for the BJP, cadre who have suffered numerous injuries, because it's not easy fighting against TMC. They are goons. The way they have beaten up people in the past few elections is very clear. And this woman, high time, this woman, retired and went into the mountains and started doing some sannyas. Yeah, back to you, Jay.
Yeah, because the exit polls are showing at least that BJP is winning in West Bengal, but we never know the end result on May 4th. Let's wait and watch, and let's see how many states the NDA wins. For sure that Assam is in the bag, but Bengal, I do hope that NDA wins, and the other states, Tamil Nadu, maybe AIADMK might win, but polls are showing DMK is winning. Kerala, obviously, BJP might win 4 or 5 seats, and UDF will win with Congress. Congress's last, sort of hope is in Kerala with the UDF. Yes,
Yeah.
I would be happy if BJP comes to power in Kerala and Tamil Nadu too, as CPM in DMK are also goons, says Dhanashree. I think there is slight hope in Tamil Nadu. Yes, best wishes to BJP. West Bengal. Yes.
President, Governor, Chief Secretary, Supreme Court, High Court, ED, CBI, DGP, ECI, EVM, SIR, CRPF, Money, Army, Police, Modi, Shah, Sanatana, Hindu. Yes, absolutely. That's from Ajit. And Lina says it's a bordering state. BJP, if they don't win, then it's president's rule. Absolutely. And also bear in mind, it was because of the rule of fear that people kept quiet. It's not that Bengalis are stupid. It's only because they were threatened and everybody first cares for their family before they can do anything. And that's why she survived. She thrived with her, her nephew. And in fact, I found it very, in fact, quite humorous that her nephew, Abhishek, came out to vote in full makeup. I think even Madhuri Dixit would have felt ashamed to see the kind of thick layer of makeup that Abhishek had put before he came to put his vote. And I don't know, he looked so gayish. I found that this man looked so gay and absolutely repulsive. Thank God these people are going, and people have voted for a government that will work for the people.
Yes. So, friends, that's all the news for today. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah. Lina says 15 years she did nothing for the state. And she says it's a bordering state. BJP, if they don't win, then it should be president's rule. And Jaya says Assam, Pondicherry, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu. Jai Modi ji. BJP NDA is going to win. No sun in Kerala. 15 to 20 seats will get. Why I call sun? I am 62.
Let's hope
Thank
so.
you, Jaya, for your active participation.
Hope.
Yeah, thank you so much for all of you. I mean, your comments are so interesting, and also I'd like to, thank Shanta for her contribution. Every little contribution makes a big difference to the channel. So thank you so much, and good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.